yeah, mentorship. You know what mentorship means?
Yeah, my mentor.
Do you know what it means to have a mentor? Do you know what a mentor is?
Actually, I really don't know because everybody's always saying they have a mentor. As far as I know,
I mean, yeah, in a sense. But I feel like role model is too big of a word to equate a mentor to. Well, I feel like you can have a mentor and they might not be your own. I mean, it's debatable. Elamide, but yeah, mentorship. I mean, someone that is there to primarily guide, instruct, teach, um, pretty much guide.
that's why your parents probably are supposed to be your mentors.
Huh?
Parents are supposed to be your mentors.
They don't have to be.
Oh,
If,
true.
I mean, they don't have to be now. So if the person that has a mentor, what are they called?
Mentorian.
No. The person that don't look at that iPad because I'm pretty sure somebody might tap it to help you.
No.
Raise your head up. Raise your head up. The
Mentorship.
person.
No. I don't know.
The person that has a mentor is, what are they called?
Mentees.
Okay, that is plural. Was a mentee? Yeah. Oh, Yinka is stupid. Me said never really gotten the concept, to be honest. I feel you. So there's mentee and there's mentor. So first question. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think. First question. Do you feel like it's relevant, it's important to, do you feel like there's even any need for it? First of all, personally, what do you perceive? Because you said you hear mentorship everywhere. What do you perceive from what you see and from what you've seen in other people? What do you perceive mentorship to be?
I've always seen people say, I'm a mentor. Usually, they want to not be like that person, but follow that person's steps. You understand? That's because you see a lot of people say, this particular celebrity.
Increase your volume, bro.
This particular celebrity is my mentor.
Okay.
Yeah, but this particular person was my mentor.
Dami said, mentors for me are important. Ideally, your mentor. My guy.
Hold on.
I'm holding. Let me read this comment. Dami said, mentors for me are important. Ideally, your mentors should be your parents. But the truth is that our parents can't have it all. We shouldn't expect them to. My mentors are particular to the goals. I like that last sentence she said. Yinka,
What up? What's
how far you doing?
That's good.
I do. First of all,
so I covered it.
First of all, I'm feeling I see your fans coming. Hello, Dotsu. I hope I don't. Hello, Dotsu.
My fans are here.
Is that a guy or a girl? Because that's a girl.
It's a girl.
My girl's name is. I never met a girl whose name is Dotsu. Because to me, Dotsu is a very masculine name to me. I haven't really heard it. That's cool.
That's true.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hey, my guy.
Yeah.
You say you think mentors are necessary.
I mean, I think Lamde said something that I kind of agree with. When she said they're important because they can be your parent, they don't have to be your parents. But I would say my first mentor was my dad. Sorry.
Wow.
Please.
I miss your dad though.
I miss him so much. I have no idea.
I miss your dad.
And I say he was my mentor because we never used to get along. Let me not say we never used to get along. That's the wrong thing to say.
I understand, trust me. Well, the same with my mom.
We used to fight about certain things because, I had the way of doing things and he had the way of doing his own things. But, we all wanted results in the end. But that, by the way, he was my mentor because I was in a very terrible place. I didn't used to like reading books. And my dad loves reading books. And if you don't read books, why are you in this life? That's what he believes.
It's one of those people.
It's one of those people. It's not like school books, but you have to read.
Yeah.
He was one of those people, and I was not one of those people. So, like, we used to fight about that a lot. Not fight, but like have conversations about that. So, he
Hello, Fee. I should go back to greeting people.
what?
You need to do that. I was greeting someone that just joined.
Hey, Fee, my G's here. My fans are coming in. So yeah, we used to argue a lot about that, and then he explained to me the mentality and the idea behind reading books and how it helps you grow. Like he told me about this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That book is like if you want to be financially successful. I've not read that book. I think you're missing a lot. So he told me about it, and I read that book, and I saw what he was saying, and then I started to read books, and I started to grow. It kind of opened my mind to something else. Do you understand? Like I felt like I knew a lot about certain things, but reading books that are maybe business oriented, finance oriented, and basically like general life principles like the art of war. There are some things that you take those books that guide you in the way you live your life, in your finances, how you relate with other people, how to be confident, that type of thing.
Pause. Let me put my phone on do not disturb because something is telling me that somebody's going to call me. Something is just telling me.
Yeah, so basically, I learned all those things from reading. So I asked him, like, and then I started to, want to be like him in certain ways, right? I wanted to learn from his experiences, not necessarily just be my dad, be my own person, but also take from his experiences. Do you understand? And for me, that's what mentorship is. You see something about this person that you like, maybe like the way they manage their finances, or the way they manage their day-to-day lives, or the way they relate with other people, or the way they speak, and then you want to kind of be that person in your own circle of influence, or whatever influence, wherever you have influence, and you say to yourself, how can I deliver this thing the way this person is delivering it, but in my own, the way I would normally give it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I kind of, oh my god, my brain is going and it's coming. So I'm kind of lost now. I'm going to get to that.
Let me help you. You mentioned you're talking about the last key thing you said is you mentioned having, maybe you see something in particular that you want to emulate in this person.
Yes. Okay. Let's say you want to speak like someone, right? And then you meet them and you're like, how did you learn to do this? And then you're like, oh, over the years I've learned. So it reduces, like, let's say this person did it over a period of 20 years. It can help you reduce yours to maybe like a period of 3 years, 2 years, depending on how fast you get it, right? Okay, so like, let me give you another example. I recently moved where I am, right? And
you're such a Nigerian. You're just in Nigeria. He said, I recently live where I am. You don't want to give your location so they don't come
I don't know. Okay, so I recently moved to Canada, right?
You don't want to give your location so they don't. They don't take your name to Baba. I'm dead, man.
Basically, I recently moved here to Canada, right? And I want to be in the advertising space, right? How do I get into the advertising space here? Is not the same as Nigeria. Do you understand? The way they do things here is different from the way they do things in Nigeria. So definitely you need someone that has been in the advertising industry in Canada to guide you into the industry, or to help you reduce the amount of years that I'm looking for a job, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. It will tell you basically what you need to do. It helps you basically cut the process of waiting and applying blindly. Let's say blindly, applying blindly. It kind of opens your eyes to see all the options you have. Do you understand?
So it's almost like you having a mentor. It's almost like they are it's almost like a cheat code to that certain aspect you want to emulate.
It's like a cheat code to life, right? If you read your Bible, if you pray about certain things, like you don't have to wait as long as most people who don't do these things, right? And I see it in the life of your mom, especially. Like, how does someone go from being a secretary to selling more and more, and then to serving more and more to the first lady of United States of America, which is or was the world leaders' seat? Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I have mentors in different areas and different spheres that I find myself. For photography is my uncle. Do you understand? Or most of my creative life is my uncle, because kind of from when I was young, I'll say he's a mentor. I feel like he's more of a role model for me, for my uncle, if I dare say. Do you get?
Yeah.
So I feel like there are two different things. There's someone that you want to be like. There's some people that you just want to take certain things from certain aspects of their lives. Do you understand? I mean, nobody's perfect, but like you try and bring all these things together to help you be your own person. That's.
I feel like hello Abimbola, hello Lola. I feel like that's very important, because even listening to what you said, it almost tallies with a common mistake I see in a lot of people when they choose mentors, because uh, they really don't know why they are choosing that person. They don't know if it's because it's possible for you to want to mentor someone, like you said, maybe financial things, or spiritual things, or maybe just like the way they speak, public speaking, or you just like for some people you just like the way they carry themselves, that charisma. Again, but people don't know. People just don't focus on that primary need initially. They just try to emulate their whole life. You don't know that person might be trash in all of the aspects, but they are brilliant financially. So exactly. So I like the fact that you said that, because it almost makes it more purposeful. That you're choosing, which even brings me to my next question. What because the people that you've chosen to be your mentors in different aspects of your life, I'm pretty sure those aren't the only people that you know that are brilliant at what they do. Because I'm pretty sure, like you mentioned, my parents. I'm pretty sure my parents are not the most spiritual people you know, or the most godly people you know. And that's probably never possible. I'm pretty sure your dad isn't the most financially brilliant person in the world, you get, or that you may know. I'm pretty sure your uncle isn't the only photographer or creative person you know. But what guides your decision to make those people your mentors?
I'll say two things, right? I'll say first of all is access, right? First of all, people you have access to kind of guide your decision. And you've seen this thing work for this person, right? Is it working? Like you have access to this person, you've seen it work, you've seen them practice this thing. So it's basically like the first people that will come to your mind if something goes wrong in this aspect, who will you call? If I have like financial problems, or if I have like relationship issues, the first person I'll ask is my dad, because I feel like he has shown me different ways to handle conflict. Because when you have relationship issues, it's mostly like conflict, not fight, but like conflict, maybe communication or something like that. So he kind of guides me in that aspect, right? And financially, I've seen him manage wealth, and also he works in the bank. And then basically, like things that you've seen them do and you've seen them practice is what kind of has guided me. Do you understand? For instance, your mom. I always come back to your mom because she prays. She doesn't joke with her prayer. She doesn't joke with the reading of the Bible. She doesn't joke with all those things. I mean,
I would know.
Yeah, things that you see, like you're sure that push comes to shove, this person or this is this person's way of life, right? So that's the scene and the way they practice it. That's what I'll say guys me the most. Seeing them practice what they preach. That's the best way to put it.
So I guess you mentioned in this answer you just gave, you mentioned one of the first things you mentioned was access.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you, do you think that it's compulsory to always be like body close to your mentor? Do you think that you have to be in the same physical space? You have to be able to have direct, maybe you have to be able to pick up your phone and call them every physical time. Do you feel like it's possible for you to have a mentor from afar? It's possible for you to just observe that part of their life, especially if what you're trying to emulate is observable. Like maybe, if for example, if it's public speaking, maybe you don't know them, maybe they don't even know you exist, but you just from afar you watch them speak publicly, you watch their videos, but it's a very distant relationship, very almost anonymous to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think it's compulsory or it's more beneficial, or do you think it's more flexible regarding the access, the level
I
of
feel
access you
like
have?
it's more beneficial to have direct access. You might not have the access at first, right? There's still some other people that I look up to that have not had the opportunity to meet, but I still also look at their works and I'm like, oh, I still want to be like this person. Doesn't mean like if I get the chance, I'm not going to walk up to them and say, oh, I love your work and I've tried to follow the path you or your principles in this certain aspect. So I feel like it is necessary to kind of have that direct access to this mentor you have. Do you understand? You can start by just seeing them from far and loving the way they carry themselves or the principles by which they live their lives. But eventually, I feel like you have to kind of um, communicate to them directly or via email. It might not be a phone call, it might just be an email that you send or something. Just find a way. Maybe like if you have an opportunity to attend a public speaking event or something, just try and find a way to say, oh, I'm grateful for so and so. Do you understand? Find a way to communicate to them basically.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's what I say.
Interesting. I have one more question for you, last one, before I let you
Yeah,
go.
sure. Sure.
Do you think there sometimes should be a lifespan of a mentor-mentee relationship? Do you think it's a lifetime thing? Do you think it's something that you should have them for a certain time and then move on to the next, especially as you're stepping up? Do you think you should maybe you're looking up to somebody and then maybe by the time they're useless to you, I know that's a harsh word. Maybe by the time they're useless to you, you now step up to another person, or do you think it's something that should just maybe not have any time span, or do you think it's something that should just always be forever, maybe till the person dies or till you die?
I'll tell you something funny that happened. Like when I came to Canada, right? I needed an advertising mentor. I needed someone that knows the industry. Kind of. I wasn't going out of my way to find the person. So when an opportunity for me to get a mentor through one program which I applied for and I got a mentor came through, um, I got a great person. And this mentorship program was supposed to be for about 6 months, thereabout. And then we found out that we had so much in common, and then there were so many things that we liked about each other, and then we communicated, right? And it was like, oh, I think we should take this beyond the whatever duration that this program has given us. That there's so many things to learn. I don't think is something you can learn on one spot because everybody has their own life to live. Do you understand? They have other things to take care of. They can't just say, oh, because how do I say that? Because I'm your mentor, I'm not going to live my life or I'm not going to do my own thing. They have to also kind of find a way to create time for you, if you understand what I mean. Not okay, like now, for instance, let me go back to this person. I spoke to him last week and the conversation was so good or was so interesting that he said, let's talk again this week.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So I feel like it's a progressive thing and it's always evolving. I don't think it's a one-off thing and then there should be a lifespan on it. Do you understand? It might start out as something that has a lifespan, but I feel like it depends on how the relationship evolves. Do you understand? If you have a lot in common, if you have a lot to learn from this person, if this person sees potential in you, then I feel like then you should take it beyond wherever it is at the moment. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Thanks, my guy. You made sense.
Yeah. I tried. I think.
This guy said I tried. do you have anything else you want to add?
I want to say right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just.
Oh, you can come back. It's not by force. You can come back.
No, I know. I'm looking at everybody. Princess. I'm wondering why Princess said it's not necessary to have a mentor. I was literally
about to bring her on next because I want to hear her point of view too.
This is thing that you always try, but I feel like it's something that is important for everyone if you want to. I mean, there are people that their mentors are Bill Gates, but they don't have access to Bill Gates, so they try and find a way to. I would say find the next available thing. Do you understand? People that have like minds. Do you understand that you can go together and then see how that progresses and evolves? I don't think I said that right. Because that's not.
I mean, I understood what you said, but
you understand what I said?
I understand.
I don't think it came out right.
I feel like that's one thing you said that I never really took note of how important it is to have a certain level of access to your mentor. Because I know like people could have like Michelle Obama as a mentor and everything, which is great, which is amazing. There are a lot of things you can observe from afar, but I could also, from what you said, I could also see how helpful it is to have a mentor more locally, like that you have more access to.
Yeah.
Even if that person can still be. Plus, you could have various mentors for one singular purpose again.
Yeah.
But I can see how it is really helpful to have a certain level of access to your mentor.